Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Japanese version of Ristar, so I'm checking this out for the first time right now. Um, so let's see what differences there are. This is the original version, and then it was modified a bit for the international release in the US and Europe. So the US version has text here, so I thought there might be Japanese text instead, but instead there is no text. Huh. Didn't expect that. I think that figure right there was new. I don't think that's in the US version. When I say new, it's just different. That voice is different. He's got more voices here. Oh my god. He's much more talkative here in the original Japanese version. This is crazy. I'll just let this play out for a moment. Alright, so there's just the demo, gameplay demo right there, so... Yeah, he's much more talkative. This is crazy. I'm not sure about all the music tracks, if they're exactly the same or not. I've barely played the US version in the first place. Let's see here. It's worded differently in the US version. B is called grab, I think. So yeah, there are all these little differences here, more than I expected. But yeah, I can't really tell about specific music tracks being different or not. But this sounds the same. I think that was a different name of the stage. This is crazy. So I recently did a Let's Play of the US version of the game. And I'll avoid restating any of the commentary I had for the other Let's Play. I was talking about the origins of the character, stuff like that. So you can see all of my initial commentary in my first Let's Play. Doing this now a couple days later because I actually kept thinking about the game more than I expected, including the music, which is really great right here. So yeah, my first Let's Play was my first time playing the game in a few years. I've just never really played this game very much. Never really got the hang of it. Which is probably obvious, but I did get a solid hour and a half into it during my last Let's Play, so I've at least got the first few stages down. I only made it to like the third stage with the fire shooting out of the ground and stuff like that, but I've at least got these first few stages down now. So I should get farther faster than my last time. But yeah, I thought that since I kept thinking of the game and wanting to revisit it, I thought checking out the Japanese version would be a cool way to do that. Now, there's a difference in his sprite. You know what? I don't want to end the stage yet. I love this music. Oh, it's not the end of the stage yet. Here there's an emerald, I remember. Okay, so... Oh, I love that. So I was surprised all the differences that I pointed out in the intro and options screen, etc. All those little changes I was surprised about. Because what I had always heard was that the one big difference was in Ristar's sprite, and I'm surprised I can't grab that right there. Alright, let's see. Arrow is pointing down. You know, I thought I was gonna, like, breeze through the first few stages, and I'm not. Oh, okay, you press down. Alright. So at least now I know what to do. Like, I know how to kill this boss, etc. My first Let's Play was an hour and a half of very slowly getting used to the game. Now, here's the end of the stage. You know, I love that music. I don't even want to... Let me just see what happens if you go vertically upwards, not to the side. I'm just curious. Well, nothing happens if you go that way. I want to hear the music just a little bit more. It's so great. One thing I did mention in my first Let's Play is that the composer is better known for composing the later Nights into Dreams soundtrack, which is fantastic and which came out the year after Ristar. Yeah, I think the menu up there was a little bit different. Surprising, all these little differences. The stage names are different, like I said earlier. So, yeah, since I wanted to revisit it more than I expected to want to, I didn't think I'd ever play the game again for another few years, but since I was thinking of the soundtrack and stuff like that, and the gameplay, figured I'd do a Let's Play of the Japanese version and just check out the differences that there are, since this is the original unmodified version. Now, I thought some of the music was a little bit different in the first moments of starting the Let's Play. This stage, I think, is the same music as the international release. Beautiful song, as well as the song for the first stage. They're awesome songs. God, what great music. That was the part I kept thinking of, too. That was the part of the song I had kept thinking of the last couple days. You know, for as much as I try to get used to that, I just never get used to controlling that. So I thought his sprite was going to look more different than it does. I guess the big difference is that his sprite is smiling more in the original version here. Man, I don't know. I don't really see the difference. I mean, I just don't know the original... I don't know the US version well enough to spot all the differences. So, I don't know. The sprite is smiling a little bit more. I should actually... I should pause it and check. Okay, so... Oh, totally messed that up. So yeah, I checked the differences. That menu right there is definitely different here in the original Japanese version. That figure that I thought was different in the intro is, in fact, different, as I had thought. And yeah, his sprite is different. He's got a happier default position meaning this right here is happier here in the Japanese version. I guess the US version was frowning or something, scowling for his default stance or whatever. I'm just not familiar enough with the other game to really compare these very well. The good thing is that people who are familiar with the first game, they can spot these differences even if I can't. So it should be cool to see anyways. Even if I can't point out every single thing that's different. There are a lot of little differences. I just glanced over that online. But it did not mention music differences. So apparently there are not differences of music tracks. If there are, they're not mentioned. But I assume that the music is the same, the soundtrack is the same. Presumably. And it kind of highlights how the soundtrack goes through a lot of changes. Each song almost sounds like different songs. Each song goes through so many changes that the different sections of each song end up sounding like different songs sometimes. So the fact that I thought the soundtrack might be different is kind of just highlighting how each song goes through so many different changes that it's hard to keep track of with each song changing so much. So yeah, his default sprite look right there is different. His default stance is different. Default idle stance is different. Smiling right there. I guess he's scowling in the US version for that. What's confusing about it is that each version does have him smiling and also scowling at different times. But it's just a difference of his one idle stance, smiling or scowling. And then the enemies. Needed to grab that thing right there. The enemies have gotten more angry looking also in the international version, so... Oh man, I'm getting destroyed. So apparently there are a lot of enemies that have like round eyes here, like round cartoon eyes here in the original version. Just kind of bug-eyed looking, like that right there. Whereas the US/Europe version has angry looking eyes instead of those bubble cartoon eyes. So yeah, surprising amount of small changes made for the US international version. And it's interesting because it makes you wonder, why would they do something like that? Why would they go through the game and make all these little tiny changes like that? One reason is obvious, though. The popularity of Sonic the Hedgehog was huge. Oh man. Yeah, Sonic was hugely popular at the time. This is the end of the Genesis lifetime, but still, the Sonic series was very popular still, and that inspired a lot of other games to have scowling mascots with attitude, whatever that was supposed to be. So apparently they wanted to crank up the attitude for the US and European version. So he's scowling more, scowling in the idle stance right there. Then there are other little differences that I won't really be able to point out exactly. I guess different stages have slightly different idle animations. And I should be checking that actually for each stage. I should be checking the idle animations. Let me do that. What does he do when he's idle? What animations? He does that. Okay. Good to know. Each stage I'll have to check that. Ah! I just had it! Oh no! Also, just now checking online did confirm that he's more talkative in this version. He's saying a lot more cheerful, happy stuff more often in this version of the game. Alright, I got him. I think that's the end of the stage, right? Alright. That seems to be the same sequence right there. I thought it might be different, but it doesn't seem to be. This I love right here. This is like... I'm gonna pretend I'm... I'm gonna pretend I'm controlling him right now. I'm pressing to the right now. This is like flying like Nights into Dreams. I love it. So yeah, they definitely cranked up the attitude, increased the angry looking eyes on him and the enemies for the US and European version. Interesting, you know, the psychology behind that. Alright, you know what, while I'm talking about it, let me check his idle animation. Okay, yeah, that's different. That's weird. Same music, I remember this. So far, each stage, the music is familiar. It was just the very beginning, the intro and stuff like that, that I thought the music might be different, but seemingly not. Seemingly all the music is the same, since it's not mentioned in online articles that are noting the changes. Great song. So let's see. This sprite was probably, you know, an example of that. Each sprite, I think most or maybe all the sprites are examples of less angry eyes here. Yeah, imagine that localization process. Like, imagine people talking about that. You know, that this game is great, but we need to go through it and make all the characters more angry. Imagine those discussions. The board meetings. We need to throw some money at this. At what? At making all the enemies and all the sprites look more angry? Yeah, exactly. Why? Because of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's what Americans like. They need this game to have more scowling. You know, I think that's why the other game, the US version, seems so weird, though. I think that's part of the reason. Is sort of a mixture of different styles going on. You know, sort of trying to artificially increase the scowling and attitude and whatever edginess of it for the international version, but I think the mix doesn't quite work so well. You know, the mix of like happy, cheerful stuff and attitude, scowling stuff. I think the mixture seems a little weird and a little bit, I don't know, doesn't quite work out completely. It doesn't quite work out completely, I think, in the international version. This is just more consistently cheerful, and I think it just all makes more sense altogether. I mean, after all, what was the attitude about in the first place? It worked for Sonic, but, you know, just artificially increasing it. Artificially increasing that element just by screwing around with the sprites just seems very questionable to me. Plus, this does seem to just look better. Like, look at those eyes. Look at those bug eyes. Oh, man. Alright. I didn't actually see the emeralds when it first came down. It's awesome use of the shadow/highlight mode. Having the transparent purple water washing over Ristar. It's very cool. Alright. Continue? Alright. Street Fighter 2 countdown. It's awesome. I don't know if that was the same little sequence or not, as I don't know the first game. I don't know the I don't know either version of the game well enough to say. But yeah, the US version is something that I would literally spend years in between revisiting it, so I just never got the hang of it. However, like I said, I just recently poured an hour and a half into very slowly making my way through the US version in my last Let's Play, so at least here I know the basics of each stage, or at least I expect to. I won't have the painful time spent being stuck on, you know, on the same parts anyway. This is really cool. I love how the water changes color. Yeah, I think this art style comes together better here for the original Japanese version. That's an angry looking sprite right there on the left, but most of them are just more bug-eyed, like the Mega Man or the Sonic enemy sprites. Like, I don't think the Sonic enemy sprites really showed attitude. Did they? I don't think they did. I mean, the Sonic games are about Sonic having attitude. Not the enemy sprites. Not that I remember off the top of my head, anyway. I think his enemy sprites were mostly bug-eyed sprites too. So yeah, this is cool seeing the original bug-eyed version of it. The art style seems to work better overall. More consistency and all that for the art style. Alright, so alright. I do love this. This is very cool. This part here. Ah, so weird. Such a weird part of the game. Look at him sad looking. It's so weird. The enemy, I mean. Like, what was that supposed to be like? I guess just jellyfish being splashed out of the water. Alright. What? Why can't I get the hang of that? I know it looks like you'd be able to. What I'm trying to do is to get as far to the top right as possible. So, let's see. Is it gonna go faster this way? Oh my god, I have to actually disconnect it. It works depending on which way you grab it. Okay. Controls are reversed. Alright, anyway, here goes. Oh, alright, that was like a midway up the screen. There's that new menu system again with new names of everything. One thing I kind of wonder, actually, is if... wonder if Ristar might have become more popular if that... actually, let me go get that one treasure chest over here, which is up on this platform. I think I could actually just go like that. Yeah! Got that Chaos Emerald. I don't know what they're called here, but it's an obvious Chaos Emerald from Sonic 1, I think. They're designed exactly like that. What I was going to say, though, I wonder if the game might have become more popular if the art style had remained in the original form. I wonder. I mean, I don't think it would have affected sales. Like, I don't think, despite the money and time they must have poured into modifying it for the international release, I don't think it would have really affected sales for the sprites to look more angry. Like, I think that's very questionable. The whole notion of it seems very questionable to me, very doubtful. But what I do think might be the case is that this game might have been remembered more fondly, or with more, well, with more fondness. You know, it might have had more general remembrance and more general fondness of it if the sprites had remained in the original form, because the original sprites just seem to make a lot more sense in the game. Whereas the angry version of the sprites just seems, just makes it seem like a mashup of styles, like a mashup of two different styles, which it is. It's an essentially very cheerful game that they tried to mash some attitude into it. So yeah, definitely it's a mashup for the US and European version. And I think it makes more sense altogether in this original version. Alright, can you jump off? Come on. Alright, I think I had to do that just now to open the passageway or whatever. Love the music. This song really sounds like a Sonic track. Alright, hopefully I can just start off at the same spot that I just died. Let's see. Pretty close to it anyway. Yeah, the same room. That's great. Awesome. I love these little these little green guys. That was crazy. My sprite was just invisible for a second. The flickering water surface was messing with it, I think, along with all the sprites being in the same place at the same time. Great music. I love it. Alright, these are the guys from Echo the Dolphin. They do look angry here. Not sure if the big one looks different or not. This one I'm fighting right now. If it looks different, then it looks less angry. If not, then not. One of the best soundtracks on the Genesis for sure. Some of the best graphics and music. The gameplay, I'm still wondering if I'm not quite getting it right quite yet. You know, I wonder if I'm not quite getting into it deep enough or something yet. But I'm giving it a shot. This is my second Let's Play. So it's my second big shot to get into it. What's cool is that in all likelihood I'll get further than my first Let's Play, so I should see more of the game, and that's always exciting. One reason that I like to do it this way, meaning one reason that I like to leave a game alone for a few years and then pick it up again, is that it gives it a new gameplay experience again after a few years. Alright, this I seem to be messing up. Oh, I have to... Ah, I wasn't pressing the right button. Okay. So yeah, the controls are not quite intuitive to me yet. Getting there, getting there. Alright, now the big one comes out. So I'm not sure if there's much else to see as far as differences. You know what? I wonder if there's an animation for when he's in the water. I guess that's it. As far as an idle stance / animation. Now, you have to keep on killing all the enemies in one area in order to proceed. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. I can't get used to that. That's so funny. Alright, this is probably the same I'm expecting. Because it was a pretty wild boss fight. I doubt they changed it much. Yeah, he looks the same. Very cool. Very cool boss fight. Love it that it's going from the background to the playfield. What? The heck was that? One difference. One difference is that the gameplay really lacks the intuitive feel that the Sonic games have. At least so far. I mean, maybe someday I'll feel like this is intuitive also. I don't know. I don't know if these guys are like in the other version. I don't know. Probably, but how weird. Oh man. See, the thing is, it's such a weird game in both versions. It's hard to point out which one is more weird. It's fundamentally a very weird, very unique game. Alright, here we go. He controls great in the water, actually. It's the regular walking around that's really a drag. Like, he swims fast. He jumps out of the water like Echo the Dolphin. Why is the guy not stopping so I can attack him? Alright. Yeah, the reason I was saying it's not so intuitive, the controls, is because I kept on missing grabbing the boss the first couple tries. So reaching the character's hands around is just what would you say? It's just quite different from Sonic just... Here we go. Sonic just blasting everything as a rolling, you know, blade saw type of attack. It's completely more sort of accessible and intuitive. At least so far. Let's see what happens. Let's see how I feel after this. It's kind of a fundamentally awkward gameplay mechanic, though, I think. Oh, come on! See, that's an example, though. Like, for Sonic, you would just be jumping or spinning, and you wouldn't have this... you don't have this problem of being vulnerable while attacking. in the Sonic games. You just don't. And that was one of the great things about him, is that Sonic was attacking anytime he was spinning or jumping. So yeah, I think our buddy Ristar here is a lot more vulnerable a lot more often. But that's all right, you know. This is a new mode of gameplay invented for this game here. It's a slow-paced game on purpose, and you got to keep that in mind, because it gets kind of slow sometimes, like right here. All right, here we go. Why did that not come out? Or maybe it came out the other side or whatever? Okay. Yeah, this is basically just the second time going through all this, though, so I definitely do not have it all down. And that first time was 2 or 3 days ago, too, so I don't even have it all down from that. I've got 2 or 3 days distance between its memory and this second playthrough. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, it's so weird. His tail just keeps on wiggling. Alright, so long. Alright. Pretending I'm controlling him again. This is great. More voices in him. Great music. Reminds me of Nights very often. The music, so very beautiful music. Alright. This song is not quite beautiful, maybe. This is one of the more hectic sounding songs, and I haven't gotten past the stage, so I don't know what it's like after this stage here. Alright, here we go. This is the more beautiful part of the song. Yeah, each song goes through many changes. Very awesome. Now, one thing I wish you could do... Oh, wait. I was going to throw that at the bird and show that you can't really attack enemies by throwing things. And I was going to say that I wish you could. Since you're throwing things anyway, I wish you could attack enemies by doing so. But that would be like... it would be like Mario 2. Or Doki Doki Panic, so that would be a whole different kind of gameplay. I was explaining in my first Let's Play that the developers took great efforts to create a new mode of gameplay for this game here, so... But I still want to keep trying to hit an enemy with that. Like, I still keep expecting it to work, maybe for one certain enemy. But it doesn't. You just can't kill enemies by throwing objects. It's not Mario 2. You also can't jump on enemies. I think that little stance is different right there. A little more smiley and happy here. So yeah, his walking animation is frowning in both versions. It's just a difference of his idle stance. Great song, I love it. I love all the changes this song goes through. It seems like different songs, legit. Right now it sounds like a Knights or Sonic song. Okay. That must be lava. At first I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be a liquid or if that was just a weird representation of fire, like a wall of fire. Still not entirely sure, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be lava below the fire. I don't think there's anything to do with that little statue anymore. I'm not really quite a fan of those little weirdo statues of Ristar. I am a fan of flying around like knights, though. Yeah, and I'm a fan of grabbing stuff and flinging him around. Like this. I do love this. Got the Tarzan vine swinging, jumping thing going on. That's really fun. That feels really nice to do that, but what doesn't feel nice is just walking around real slow when he's not grabbing stuff. It's just a total drag to walk around so slow. And I know that it's supposed to be a slow-paced game, but still. Swimming is fast and fun. Swinging on stuff is fast and fun. Right now, I'm not quite sure where to go. I guess down here. But yeah, walking around is just a drag when he's walking like this. It's just slow. It's just slow walking. Alright, this is the memory challenge here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is cool. I don't think I've done this in a game before. I mean, not quite like this anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I think I just mixed this up. 3. I didn't get it. No, I didn't get it. Did I? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Oh god, alright. Saves me the embarrassment of messing it up again anyway. I was drunk earlier tonight. I'm mostly sober now, but this is not my this is not my best night to be doing a memory challenge based game. I'm mostly sober now, but coming from being drunk, so it's not my finest hour for this kind of thing. I should be taking a photo or something because I'm messing this up. No, I got it. Okay. Man, I didn't see that. I did not see that. Alright, I'm about to take damage. It's funny, the thing rises up and takes 1 hit point each time you mess up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Never mind. I didn't get that. Yeah, this last time is crazy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. I think I got it. 2, 3, 4. Oh. I think I had that one, but let's try it again. Now, this is as far as I got in my last Let's Play, so I'm guaranteed to get past this one of these times. And I'll see the next stage for the first time. I saw my friends, by the way, earlier tonight, which is why I was drunk. I'm not drinking alone, but I am messing these up. Alright, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. I think I got this one. Alright. One, 2. I don't know if I got this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably don't have this. Come on. I like how it gets easier though once you mess up. Alright, so far so good. Was it that top one first? Two... I think I got this? Let's see. Yeah. Alright, those explosions were not that special. Those are pretty standard explosions. Alright. I was waiting for them to get amazing and they didn't. Alright, let's go. Valdi system, planet Onaclove, next area. This is so weird. Alright. Kinda unique graphics, but kind of really stale setting here. Because every platformer has a factory setting. Pretty much every platformer. Great song, though. It sounds like an accordion or something. What? Wait, am I supposed to grab that? Alright. I can't really jump, you know, I can't really jump over him. Am I supposed to go like this? Can I jump? Okay, there we go. Not a fan of falling into fire pits. Maybe I should just go over here. I don't know. What? Oh, here we go. Wait, why is that down there, though? What a weird game. Oh, I know. I have to grab the ceiling, right? Man, alright, I'm just gonna go over here in this first area. I don't know exactly why that doesn't work, going there first, but whatever. You gotta go through the stage how they want you to. Alright. Not a fan of his gimped jumping. Oh, here's a new area. That's sweet. Can I... Alright, maybe he can clear it once the enemy is moving towards him this way. Yeah, he's got such a lame jump. I really am not a fan of that. So yeah, it's just the regular walking and jumping that really is a drag in this game. This is fun. Spinning on these things and flying for a moment is fun. Swimming was fun. Alright, let me go to that first area again. Because I can't do anything here, right? Can I grab the bottom of it or something? There's nothing to do. Alright. Oh my god. Alright, we got that Sonic style chaos going on here. Sonic style chaotic gameplay going on. What? Okay, I gotta go over here anyway, right? Yes, we got that chaotic gameplay going on. Just like Sonic. Alright, yeah, I'm starting to get annoyed as well, so... if I don't see beyond the stage, that is fine. Oh man, that's annoying. Press the wrong way, he slows down. It's annoying because you don't want to slow down, obviously. These emeralds don't seem to do anything. These things don't seem to really serve a purpose in this stage. I'm not sure if you're even supposed to use them. Doesn't seem to help out. Spinning and shooting him. Alright, anyway, this is, alright, I gotta go over there. Not sure if I'm supposed to be grabbing the ceiling. Okay, there we go. Alright, full life is cool, but I still don't like this. It's just a totally annoying, harder stage. I still have not gotten used to these things. It's just totally annoying to be over fire like that. I think I could just go over here. Let's go. These emeralds are everywhere and they don't do anything. They give you points, but I don't think that does anything. Actually, I should assume that that it does something. I should assume that points add up to give you another continue or extra life or whatever. I haven't really noticed that happening exactly, but we'll just go with that. Yeah, this is totally annoying though, this stage. So if that's it, then so be it. I'm not really having a lot of fun on the stage. Plus, since I'm not used to it, I'm back to my total beginner gameplay again for this stage here. And it's the most annoying stuff to be stuck at how to jump over a platform like that. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go get a cup of tea and be right back. I'll pause it when I can.